Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. In this chapter, we are going to study about the Indian location, border area and physiography. So, we had started with this chapter, right? So, I'm going to explain you about the different physiographical divisions of our India. The landforms of India is not uniform everywhere. On the basis of variation in the landforms, India can be divided into following 5 physiographic divisions. What are those 5 physiographic divisions? Let's see. The Northern Mountain Range, plains of North India, Central and Deccan Plateaus of India, coastal plains, islands, which is also called as archipelagos, desert, Indian deserts. First is the Northern Mountain Range. The Himalaya is a chain of 3 mountains and is called Himalayan Mountain Range. It is the highest mountain range in the world. There are 3 divisions of Northern Mountain Range. We'll see these 3 divisions of the mountain ranges. The first is Himalayan Mountain Range, the second is Himalayas, and the third is East Himalayas or Purvachal Range. Let's see what are those different types of mountain ranges. There are 3 distinct and parallel ranges. The northmost range towards the China is known as the Great Himalayas. The Central Himalaya lies in the center and the range towards the India is called as Shivalik Range. So the mountainous regions which is near the China, which is on the side of the China, is known as the Great Himalayas, and the Central Himalayas, which is in the center of the Himalaya range, is called the Shivalik Range. Mountain ranges of Himalayas. We'll see about the different mountain ranges of Himalaya. Mount Godwin Austen Peak of India is 8,611 meters high. It lies in the Karakoram range. Mount Everest, which is 8,848 meters, is the highest peak of the world, which is located in the Himalayan range in Nepal. Kanchenjunga, which is 8,518 meters, Nanda Devi, which is 7,817 meters long, Badrinath, which is 7,138 meters. So these are all the high peaks, very big mountain ranges, which is there in Himalaya in India. Mountain ranges of Eastern Himalayas. East side, the mountain ranges which are on the east sides of Himalayas, the eastern part of the Himalaya is mountainous. Patkoi, Lushai, which is very high hill from the parts of eastern Himalayas, whereas Karo, Kashi, Jaintia and Naga, the not so high hills from the parts of the southern Himalayas from the east-west direction. So these Himalayas are in the southern Himalaya, they are from the parts of the southern Himalayas from the east-west directions. Moving towards the plains of North India, the plains of the south of North Mountain Range are formed by alluvial brought by the Himalayan and the peninsular rivers. They cover vast area of North India. So basically, plains of North India are formed because of the alluvium present in the river which are flowing over there, and the plains made by the rivers are so vast that it is one of the biggest plains in the world formed by the rivers. So these plains are formed with the help of the alluvial deposits in the rivers, and these are the largest plains which are formed with the help of river, with the alluvium present in the river. Due to the vastness of these plains, it is one of the most prosperous and populated area of India. Now moving towards the central Deccan plateaus of India. The central and Deccan plateaus lies to the south of the plains of North India. They are spread like triangles surrounded by water bodies of three sides. So as we all know that our India is surrounded by the sea from the three sides, right? So it is called as peninsula. This is the oldest landmass made up of rock. The rift valleys of Narmada and Swan River are located in this plateau. This plateau is further divided into two parts: Malwa Plateau to the north and Deccan Plateau to the south. So, the plateaus of the south, the soil in this plateau is not very fertile. So over here, see, you can see the pink part, like the color which is the shades of pink in the map. This part is the central and Deccan plateaus, and over here the soil is not very fertile, but there is black soil, so we can grow some varieties of crops. But other than that, this is a treasure for many minerals. There are many minerals present over here. Moving towards the coastal plains, there are coastal plains of India is surrounded by the sea on three sides. The coastline is approximately 7,517 kilometers long, and the coastal regions are very narrow. The ocean lies on one side of the coastal plains while the peninsula plateau lies on the other. As we all know that our India is surrounded by sea from three sides. So the coastline, right? So the coastline is basically the land which is near the coast of the sea. That is approximately 7,517 kilometers long. So the coastal regions are narrow plains. They have narrow plains, which means the land over there is narrow. The region lying on the east to the Eastern Ghat is known as Eastern Coastal Plains, and the regions which are to the west is called as the Western Coastal Plains. And it is well known for fishing industries, and the places are Chennai, Pondicherry, Machilipatnam and Vishakhapatnam. These are the places which are very famous for the eastern coastal plains, on the eastern coastal plains for fishing industries. And on the western coastal plain we have many cities, and there are major ports of the cities are Mumbai, Kandala, Mangaluru, Calicut and Tiruvananthapuram are located in these regions. Next is islands. Island is basically a small part which is surrounded by water, right? A small piece of land which is surrounded by the water. So in our India there are islands, group of islands, which is the Lakshadweep and the Minicoy, which is situated in the Arabian Sea, and the west, which is on the west of the India, and whereas the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are situated in the Bay of Bengal towards the east of India. Moving towards the deserts, the Rajasthan deserts are very famous, and they are in the Aravalli mountain range. The climate over here is very dry and unbearable, and the sand over here, the soil is very sandy, and the rainfall over here is very less. So because of this reason, there is a shortage and scarcity of water. There is unavailability of the basic necessities. So these places are less populated. What are the things which grow? Mostly you can see date palms and caravans pulled by camels are seen in this region. And in the north, Rajasthan is being irrigated through Satluj river via the Indira canal. The canal has succeeded in turning the area fertile, favorable for agricultural growth, and the desert in Run of Kutch differs from the deserts of Rajasthan. So the Run of Kutch is very unique desert which is there in our Gujarat. So this is a very unique kind of desert in the whole world. It appears as if the desert is fully covered with a snow sheet. So over here I'm going to stop with our class. We'll continue the next chapter in our next class. Thank you.